What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Is that a glory kill? Please tell me there are actually glory kills. You didn't show me any last time.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form.
It looks a lot slower.
So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
You sure about that?
In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between
looks pretty cool
and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Cool.
Throw. Parry. Deflect. All
It is only the green things.
God damn it.
Oh, that's cool!
Single button press.
That was kind of cool.
Every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
So it's trying to be like the OG Doom.
Yeah.
More in terms of like relying on strafing rather than
and
jumping.
The Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head
Remember
to
what I
head
was
with
talking
some
about?
of the biggest,
Verticality.
baddest demons.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing verticality.
But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail?
Yeah, that's pretty. That does look cool.
Gauntlet,
Oh.
or even a Doom spiked mace.
Oh my god.
3 melee options that are part of a melee.
This is like the most metal-looking Doom game so far.
And upgrades, and it's totally awesome.
Oh, the shield has its own health. It was going down when he was blocking.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Completely in the player's control, glory
Yeah,
kill
this HUD is
system.
weird.
Oh,
From
glory
any
kill system.
angle, in and out as you see fit, and it feels amazing.
Wait, that's it?
Unstoppable, smashing your way through total freedom.
No finish, no actual animations.
Seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important.
He just goes like that, and that's it?
No actual animate. That's like the best part of the game.
Chad, I think we found our first criticism.
Doom has and always will be.
Double plasma gun? What the fuck?
Okay, we're back.
And we're back.
Weapons that we've ever created. Mean, ancient, brutal torture machines built to butcher,
that is so cool.
impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the
That glory kill nerf ain't it.
That glory kill system ain't it. Did he just kill all 5 of those shield wielders
Yeah,
by
he
going
did.
wham? That's kind of cool.
So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see
Please,
how
we
these
need.
medieval
This man needs to judge it.
the enemies
We're already judging it
I'm
too
kind of
hard.
going up and down. I need some help here, guys. But, okay, every time they show Doom gameplay, 2016 and Eternal, I'm always like, this looks a little slow. But that's just because, you know, they're trying to be cinematic.
I was about to say that as
Yeah,
well.
they're trying to be cinematic, so when you actually play it, you'll probably be moving faster. Yeah, that's... freelance glory kill system. It's not really animations, it's just the first-person view of him going...
Okay, he has the Quake thing where he can teleport to his shield.
That's kind of sick. The, like, personal teleporter.
Yeah.
I do like the shield staying in them, and they're like, ah! And you... Oh, god damn! I know you don't like the whole, like, can only parry, like, these specific attacks
But
thing,
if this is what it's gonna only be for this, if it's trying to focus more on that, then I
it
guess
might make
sure.
sense, because if the idea is stand and fight, then...
Because he's not jumping a lot.
Yeah, he's not really jumping at all.
With a new difficulty system and
No! Take that away! Turn the game speed up, but leave that all low!
Everything down, game speed up!
slow things down or speed them up. It's a Doom for all Slayers. And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer. We finally have
You're giving players too much power by letting them decide exactly how difficult the game should be.
Own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
Oh my god.
And you can
Oh my god!
demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have your very own fire-breathing Gatling gun. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in.
This is batshit.
Features are deep.
Oh my god!
As cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience.
That's basically all I need, but sure.
You, not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from
Yeah, let me
Slayer's
see the
past,
Sentinel army actually
dark
doing shit this
forests,
time.
Dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered.
To know back then they had key cards.
I didn't know Sentinel Prime had key cards.
One of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way.
I like the Arachnotrons don't have like UAC like
No,
robotic
they just
legs. They look like
raw.
actual spiders.
Explore what is the largest play space ever.
I
in
do like to
Doom.
think that like guns exist in hell
Discovering
though.
secret
Like
caves
it's so cool.
and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources.
God, that gun is insane. There's 500 zombies. It just
Where you go, who you fight, and the
that I mean, okay, so that does look cool. Like you dodge like 17 projectiles and then get to the green one and punch
That's
it back.
like Fury.
That is, yeah, that's like Fury, yeah.
Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main
And Fury
gates,
rules.
because the battle isn't over yet.
Now quick, hop in the mech for the mech section of the fight.
Get in the goddamn mech, Doom guy!
Damn.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the
This song
award-winning
fucks, wait.
team at Finishing Move. Providing
Finishing
you with a
Move?
metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars.
Finishing
physical
Move's doing the
vibes, and
soundtrack.
Pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the
Stop talking,
legend of
Hugo.
Slayer with every mission you complete.
But they're not getting edge
Speaking
rules
of
that
that legend, the
Interesting.
story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else,
Damn!
is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld
What the
from your
fuck?
allies.
Satan?
With
For
the Slayer
real?
imprisoned at
Who's the
start of our
fat
story,
maker? What the
balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story.
Fuck, he's
and a
Conan.
perfect entry point for
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, dude.
access now as we
He looks
take
really
the
cool. I
footage
do like how
of
he
the
looks.
cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful.
Hey, the
villains.
Betrayer.
And for returning players, it leads
Are his
directly
eyes
into
glowing?
the
What the
Doom
fuck?
2016 Slayer's Testament.
Doom guy, eyes glow, Wojak
Worthy
meme.
of the Slayer's legend.
Holy shit. I don't know, man. I'm skeptical. It looks great, but ooh, there's some stuff I don't like.
Yeah, we'll need to look at it. We'll have to look at it closer.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make. And make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases.
May.
Hey, what do you know?
Oh, look at us, landing shots.
Look at us, landing shots.
So, I think we can both agree, look is fine.
Looks tight.
Now,
tight.
one thing
Yeah.
I noticed quite immediately, I know the quality on here is a bit bad, but you can see that thing in the center of the health HUD. It does the movement thing like the original does.
That's a nice
But
touch.
I find it weird that it's just like some random holographic
It's not a
head.
picture of his face.
Yeah, which I find a bit weird. But
Run and gun, sure. I don't like he's stopping every time he shoots.
that's
It
just a
makes
showcase
it look weird.
thing,
Yeah.
whatever. But that,
So he said new in-depth glory kill system.
but it's literally we've gone from like to that.
Yeah. So a complaint I hear a lot about like Doom 2016 and Eternal is like the glory kills are cool, but like once you've seen a few of them, you've seen them all, and I'm like, okay, but they're really cool. And they're really in-depth animations, and if you play them all back to back, it's like 30 minutes of animation, and it's amazing, and they're brutal and cool, and a lot of them are really creative. Like, yeah, a lot of them are just like punch through your chest or like rip your arm off, but some of them are like, my favorite is the Pain Elemental when he like puts his hand on the bottom of his mouth and sticks the sword out, and the eye comes up. I'm like, that they get really creative, or when he breaks the bone and like shoves it through their face. I'm like, that's sick.
Like, I always
this
like the
is
one
not
where you-
creative. It's the same animation of him going or
No,
and then just the demon going.
No more like take the tooth out of Pinky and go.
That's the best one, dude. When he rips the tooth out, spins it like a knife, and shoves it in his eye, like, oh my god, I could watch that 50 times. I don't want to watch fucking for my fucking 10 hours of gameplay. Like, I don't know, man. I'm nitpicking. I am nitpicking, but you gotta understand, I spent $200 on the last Doom game.
Yeah, and
The shield jump thing.
traversal thing is fine, and yeah, if they're going for like the slower approach where they're gonna really focus on a more grounded parry based combat, then sure. But it's just like you're coming hot off the heels of freaking Doom.
You are coming
Eternal.
hot off Doom Eternal, which is definitely my favorite first-person shooter. Probably my favorite game I've ever played. But
Because even though I hated the red light, green light shit, which I have expressed so many times.
the Dark Ages was kind of a miss, honestly. Especially the second chapter was kind of a whoa. I liked the hammer, but like the boss fight and the fucking spirit enemies kind of fucked that all up for me. But in the grand scheme of things, it was fine. This one, I don't know. It looks too slow. Again, they showed that whole difficulty system thing where you can change how the game plays, but I think that's giving gamers a little too much power.
Yeah, it's because it's just like one. Like again, even though I dislike the stop and go thing with Eternal, I liked how fast it was, but it's just I don't like the wording that they're using, where it's just like we're going for a lot more slower thing, or to rely on strafing.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, he's not jumping.
No jumping.
Because what button is going to be bound to the shield?
Swear to God, if it's A or X or...
Yeah, like I'm sure the gun, I'm sure the gunplay is gonna be just fine, but it's just, yeah, I think you and I both agree. It's just I think the melee-based stuff is the really questionable part.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Very confused.
Yeah, because like,
nothing is more satisfying in Doom Eternal than like dodging a bunch of shit, gunning down a giant demon, seeing them turn goopy ass blue, jumping at them and ripping their head off. Like, that's super satisfying.
Actually, you know what?
Nothing brought me more like dopamine in Doom Eternal than when I would fight a cyber demon, see him turn blue, land on his head, and stab him in the face 3 times. I'm like, that's super cool!
You know what I just realized? He kills those guys with the shields, he gets armor from it. Anything shield kill related, I imagine, gives you armor. So that probably means when you parry stuff, you get armor. probably going to be the only way you get armor.
Cool mechanic. I mean,
Let me skip.
we'll see what I think about it. Go back to that. Just pause on the difficulty screen thing.
Oh, that settings thing?
Yeah. Okay, so you can pick a difficulty level at the top, and that probably auto-adjusts all those modifiers. But that is a lot of power to give to the players. Enemy aggression, projectile speed, daze duration, resource values?
I feel like the only thing you would probably fiddle with is just the game speed.
I would crank difficulty level to ultra violent, and whatever that does, I'll accept it, and then game speed, I'll fucking all the way up, because I don't want to play no slow game. The fuck?
And keep in mind, he hasn't scrolled down. There's probably more options underneath that.
That is a lot of power to give to one man. No one man should have
Now,
all that power.
Here's my thing, is that how does the parry work? Because you see, he does this every time with the shield, and if there's a window to it, my opinion, this is a Sam take. I don't personally trust American developers with parry mechanics because they
don't get it.
Devil May Cry has spoiled me because it's just like, in my opinion, it has to be the instant you press the button to do it, not pressing the button or trigger or whatever like Dark Souls where you have to wait for the animation of a flick to happen.
Yeah.
Then that's where the parry is.
Yeah.
So what does that mean, parry window? Is that gonna be like how slow he pulls it up, or
How much time between equipping the shield is the parry window? But I feel like that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. He's gonna be in his base stance, and then he has shield mode. And I have a feeling it's gonna be somewhere in the middle of shield mode. It's not gonna be like a separate button. It's gonna be like as he starts.
it'll probably
up,
like 5 frames pulling up the shield.
Like however long it takes for him to pull up the shield is gonna be the parry window. And if you do that when an attack is coming, he probably like hits it back.
Yeah, so I imagine if you put like...
That's what I would like to think is gonna happen.
Yeah, if you were giving
not
it too
that
much
it's a
credit.
separate, not that it's a Dark Souls thing.
Yeah, I don't want it to be like waiting for a flick.
Yeah.
I want it to be like as soon as I press it.
Parries don't need startups.
No, it should be instant because, and also, yeah, I hope that's what it is.
Me too.
Because the you could, it's I guess that's their answer for trying to change the red line green light shit. If they're really trying to make it more reliant on a parry mechanic.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Game speed up, parry window down.
What else did they show? They showed that, which you can turn it up to 600 apparently, whatever that means. Yeah, because that's a lot of players.
We're gonna have to check the Doom subreddit. We're gonna have to check the Doom subreddit. See what the general consensus is, because I am excited but concerned. This shit all looks dope. I'm cool with this. All of this, I'm in.
Also, am I the only one that doesn't really like the new Glory Kill tell, like the purple bit? Am I the one who
Misses the glowing blue demons?
Because you'd be able to see that in a group.
Oh yeah, no, that looks.
Oh my god, I already see a problem with that. Imagine you have multiple demons stunned with the purple shit, and you're not going to tell which one's actually stunned in a huge group.
Yeah, because
the purple circle's just going to overlay.
Purple circles, yeah, and you're not going to be able to tell like, oh wait, is it this guy? And you're going to jump the wrong guy. It's like, oh well, okay.
I hate to be a downer saying that, but I can already see that being a problem.
You're totally fine. I'm skeptical. I didn't want to feel like this today.
No.
I was so excited, but I don't know, man. Definitely not a collector's edition drop for me.
Yeah,
I'm not disappointed.
No.
But I'm skeptic. Very skeptic.
I think it's just the way they're wording it just seems very,
Yeah.
You know what? I could see this as the kind of game where it's unplayable at default speed. You have to turn it up.
I'm gonna call, if they're gonna let you turn it up like that, that is a really weird decision. And I don't like when teams and like developers give players that much power to change difficulty, because I feel like it messes with the core vision of the game. I know that sounds kind of weird, but like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's like playing, I think Donkey has a good point of it when he talks about like the difficulty in Halo, where he's like, between legendary and like heroic is like way too big of a gap, and it feels like how they wanted the game to feel somehow got lost along the way of letting people decide how difficult the game should be.
Yeah.
And I feel like messing with the movement speed is gonna... I don't know. I'm gonna be like, where does the game feel the best? Because now I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna replay every single fight at every single speed until I figure out what feels the best. Because if I just say, I want to play this game as fast as possible, and I crank it up and I start having a bad time, I'm gonna be like, well, fuck, and then I'm gonna turn it down, and I'm like, this is too slow, and then I'm gonna mess with...
It's gonna be hard to find that medium ground.
I'm gonna sit there for 3 levels balancing the speed, and I'm like, this is taking away from my experience. Just pick a speed for me, and I'll tell you if you did it right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll also say that I think it's pretty cool that they're actually getting a heavy metal band to do the music for it.
That is cool instead of just one composer.
Yeah, because I think I said it when we saw the initial thing is that Andrew Hirschalt's music wasn't bad. It just wasn't as memorable as Mick Gordon's.
Yeah, it didn't have the same.
The only good track I remember was the Ancient Gods level when you're in the sea base.
Yes.
I forget what it was called though.
I don't remember the name, but that song was a classic.
Yeah, that one, and of course the final boss against the devil.
Shadow, it's me.
The devil.
Here to convince you to do sin.
See, I don't mind. I think that at least the soundtrack will be in good hands. Yeah. Hopefully,
it's the bit they played under this guy fucking yapping forever.
Yeah, which is why I'm not playing it again because I don't want to hear him talk over it.
That was it sounded cool, but I just didn't want to deal with Hugo the Yapper over here.
But to add on what you said about the speed. Going back to the Devil May Cry comparison, because DMC has a turbo mode option that you can turn on, which makes the game 1.5 times faster, which is a good elevation if you think you're used to the normal speed and you want it to be faster, and then that's the speed. Because that's what happens with people that play on turbo mode on DMC is just that becomes their default way of playing.
Yeah,
it's just like a good elevation to make it harder. I could see this being the same thing if you turn it up to 150, which would be 1.5 times speed.
Yeah, I'm assuming 100 is whatever their default is, but...
Because it did go up to 150.
Yeah. I just hope that's, good, whatever their base idea for the game is.
Because when you stream it, I imagine you're going to try, the first fight at 100 base speed, and you're going to be like, ugh!
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, is this too slow? And then I'm going to crank it up to 150, and be like, is this too fast? And be like, I don't know!
You think the difficulty might change that initially?
Maybe. I don't know if, because they had the option at the top that was, base difficulty.
It was on Hurt Me Plenty.
Yeah, and so I'm wondering if changing that will, automatically change the speed, or if it'll just change the damage like it does in the game. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm really skeptic about that. And the glory kill system. That's about it. Other than that,
everything else
looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I think everything else is fine. I think it's just the glory kill thing. Just both immediately were just like, what?
Yeah. And the way they were talking about the mech piloting and the dragon flying, they tried to make it seem like they were vital parts of the game. They're absolutely not. They're definitely sections.
Yeah.
There's no way. Because here he was saying vital part of gameplay, and I'm like, I think this is just a section. I don't know, man. That's not a bad thing, and that's not a bad thing.
Unless we're talking whole level is gonna be that.
Yeah. But they did show a snippet. This part.
Yeah, if it's gonna be Star Fox Assault, where you're on the ground shooting stuff, and then you can have the option to jump onto.
Yeah, if there's a level where there's multiple sections between that I have to fly my dragon and fight enemies to get to. That might be cool, I don't know, but jumping onto the dragon like that, if I can actually do that, I'm all in, baby. That's tight, dude. If I'm in the middle of a fight and I'm I need to fuck off of this fight, and I can jump off the map onto my dragon and get out of there, that would be lit.
Yeah, I think what we got out of this was, I think we're still at, I guess I can measure we're still at the hype level, but just the speed
hype level is 8 out of 10. I'm very excited. I'm very skeptical too, though.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be a personal downer, but this is it's still the same Bethesda id that outed Mick Gordon over some stupid payment agreement. And I know I shouldn't be biasing my opinion on that, but it's just
But like Mick Gordon himself said, he has no quarrel with Doom Eternal or the team that made the game. They're still great people who worked hard together to make an amazing product, and they did. So I'm fine with the team. Just that dipshit over there, Marty Stratton, and all the legal people that I want to fucking hit with my car.
Punch in the face with my giant robot mech.
Yep. This is why I'm on a list. I say this shit on live
Yeah,
streams.
yeah, he said it on a list, and then Marty Stride's gonna show up and bust through this door and just give you the collector's edition.
Here's
So
the
shut the hell
keys.
up. Here, shut the fuck up.